Good morning everyone. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because I'm currently not on the Isle of Skye. I'm taking a couple of days away from it. So I'm currently just south of Glasgow. I actually drove down to Glasgow yesterday, stayed over, and now we're heading further south than I've been in about 2 years. And that is because I'm driving down to Manchester to go to a concert. That's just what you got to do when you live in the Scottish Highlands. Sometimes if you want to see stuff, it might be a little distance away. And hey, quite lucky anyway. Band I want to see, instead of just playing London, they're playing Manchester as well. So at least a little bit shorter. But yeah, as always, when I'm further south, first compulsory stop this morning, Tim Hortons for my French vanilla coffee. That is me all fueled. I have my coffee ready for the drive. And yeah, it's about another 3.5 hours to Manchester. So I've already done 5.5, 6 hours yesterday, another 3.5 today. And then yeah, I'm just headed to the Trafford Centre first for some retail therapy. About 2 hours into the drive, so definitely time for a break. And I'm just stopped here at the Killington Lake services. We're down on the M6 now, so we're well into England by now. It's about another 1.5 hours from here. I've just seen on Google Maps though, there is a crash a little bit further down. I'm gonna have a look into that in a second, see if diversion might be necessary. But I'm just gonna stretch my legs first, head into the services, and then figure out which route we're taking. Back in the car, and oh my god, it's so warm down here. I've got my aircon on in the car, so I'm keeping on my hoodie, but outside the weather is just beautiful, which is, I guess, one of the positives of coming down south for a few days, because like even on the nicest days in Skye, it doesn't really tend to get this warm at all. Another thing for today, so in Scotland it's just a complete normal working day, but in England and Wales it's actually the late August bank holiday, so a lot of people, it's Monday today, a lot of people will have today off and they will have had a long weekend. So today is definitely a travel day for a lot of people and the roads are very busy. It's a lot of traffic, but at least we actually have a proper motorway, so you don't tend to get stuck. You can just, overtake the slower cars, which is coming down from the rural roads of Scotland is quite a nice change. But yeah, I'm ready to continue. Let's do this last 70 miles, I think, down to the Trafford Centre, and then shopping. And just before I forget, I did check out that accident, so it does look like a lane is closed, but the road is still open and just a little bit slow for a mile or two. But yeah, let's get down there and get through it hopefully before it gets worse. And we have finally arrived at the Trafford Centre, and this whole drive only took about 45 minutes more compared to like a normal quiet day. But I'm not going to complain too much because the road in the other direction was looking a lot worse. So yeah, it was slow going at times, but we're here now, and I've got so it's 11:45 right now, and I can check into my hotel that I'm staying at tonight from 3 o'clock, and I want to be there pretty much at 3, just so I can take my time, maybe have a little nap and then have my time to get ready. And then roughly at about 5:30 is when I'm planning on heading into the city to attend the concert. But yeah, my hotel is not far from here. It is on the outskirts of Manchester, because if I can avoid driving into Manchester, I will do that. And the hotel is right on a tram line, so it will be easy to get in. But yeah, the hotel's only about 10 minutes from here. So yeah, about 3 hours to do some shopping, maybe grab some food. But yeah, see, it's going to be very busy in there today. Like I said, it is a bank holiday today, so lots of people are off work, and the kids also, there's still school holidays down here. Yeah, we'll see. I might get fed up with the people pretty quickly, but I don't really have anything to wear for tonight, so shopping is a need. But yeah, let's go. Also, little tip. I've been to the Trafford Centre before. It's been a while, but as I used to live not too far, like, well, about an hour away from here. Trafford Centre is huge, and there's a lot of different parking lots and many different exits and entrances. So remember where you parked, because if you come out a different exit and not sure which parking lot you're in, it will be pretty hard finding your car again. It's also like 27 degrees. Too hot for me. All right, it's 2.5 hours later, and I've just walked 10,000 steps around the Trafford Centre. Oh, I'm done. I got everything I need, spent too much money and way too many people. But yeah, I never really go shopping. It's not my favorite hobby, but when the opportunity comes up and, you know, there's something to shop for, yeah, gotta do it. So I'm just chilling here in a corner of the car park, because I still got like 45 minutes until I can check in, and my car's in the sun and it's absolutely boiling out there, so I think I'm just going to sit out in the shade here. I'm also tired, just happy to sit down. But yeah, welcome to Manchester. But I'm tired. I'll definitely have a nap this afternoon. But yeah, sit here for a while. I got a sandwich, so I'm gonna eat that because I'm quite hungry after these 10,000 steps. And then yeah, in a little while I'll head over to the hotel. All right, time to find the car. Luckily I took a picture of which row I'm in. I'm in row 19, because otherwise, like I said earlier, it does get quite tricky to find your car again if you're not sure which row you're parked in. I'm in the car and it's 35 degrees in here. Oh, like I said earlier, thank God I've got aircon in this car, because yeah, it's blowing cold air already, so it should cool down pretty quick. But yeah, I'm just gonna let it run for a minute, because yeah, the steering wheel is pretty hot as well, so I need to give that time to cool down for a second. All right, arrived at my hotel, parked the car, and I'm glad I don't have to do any third driving in a city until tomorrow. And I mean, I didn't even really drive into the city, but these outer ring roads and the big junctions and stuff is enough for me. I don't enjoy driving in busy spaces, and you know, when there's like 5 lanes to pick from at the junction, you gotta make sure you're in the right one, and it's just, if you're not familiar with the area, it's a bit trickier. But yeah, made it here. So I'm gonna get checked in, have a shower, have a nap, and then get ready. At least it is fairly windy, so it makes the heat feel not too bad. But yeah, we're at 28 degrees outside now, and it feels good, but also I'm really not used to that right now. Checked in, I'm in my room here, and typical travel lodge. You know, they're definitely not the fanciest, but they're perfectly fine for me. I've never had an issue with them, and you know, when you get a good deal, I'm paying £30 for this room tonight. Can't beat that. But yeah, I'm gonna chill for a bit, and I'll speak to you, I guess, once I'm ready. I am ready. I am in a fairly casual get up. Well, that's because it's way too hot out there to wear much else. So yeah, I'm ready to head to the city centre. Now, once I get there, I am meeting up with some old college friends, which is awesome because I've not seen them in a while. So I'm gonna film little bits, but I'm probably not going to be talking to you. And also, I am not going to capture my friends on a camera because they don't want to be all over YouTube, which is completely fine. But yeah, I'll take you along. If you've never been to the AO Arena, you might, help you out a little bit if you want to know how it all works. But yeah, gotta head to the tram, and then it's gonna take about 30 minutes to get to the centre, and then yeah, looking forward to tonight. And we are back, and my voice is nearly gone, but today this concert was absolutely amazing. I don't think I've said their name yet, but if you couldn't already tell, I attended the ENHYPEN concert today at their K-pop boy band, and it was my first K-pop concert ever. I've never really been into K-pop before, but this band kind of just really spoke to me, and I really enjoyed their whole music. Really, I don't think there's really any songs that I don't like. So yeah, it was really awesome today, and I can't get over our seats. We had no idea how good our seats were when we are booking them online. So I was in row G, and when you book it online, it looks like there's another 5-6 rows of seats below you, but actually G is on the barrier, so it's the first row of seated seats. I don't know why it shows different on their booking system. It might be that for some events the seats go all the way to the floor, and they have extra rows. I don't know, but yeah, row G for a concert is the front row for seated, and kind of we were right in front of, they kind of had a stage coming out into the middle, and kind of where the front of that extra stage was, we were like right to the side of it. So yeah, it was amazing. Now, a couple of things about kind of the whole rest of the experience. So the AO Arena, or Manchester Arena as it used to be called, the location is awesome. Great public transport links, but also they do have a huge car park, I think. But yeah, really easy to get to. But the queues before the show were a complete shambles. So the entrance for the seated bit, at least, kind of goes up a stairs inside the station, pretty much, or at least that's the seated entrance for this show. There are exits on the outside of the station, but I think they only use that to let people out. But yeah, to get up into the seated rows, you basically go up, stairs inside the station. And from that set of stairs, so I arrived just before 6 o'clock, or we arrived just before 6 o'clock when the doors opened. And from the station, there was about what looked like 4 different queues going in all different directions. We were directed down one queue, which wraps basically around the arena, and probably the back of the queue when we joined was literally like halfway around, and it was not moving for ages. So by about 6:30, so half an hour after doors opened, we were maybe moved 10 feet. So yeah, we were getting a bit worried about getting in, but then all of a sudden they basically turned that queue around. So if you were at the very back, and they started sending you up the other direction. I can't remember the name of the entrance, but they basically started walking us up the other way and into the entrance where you'd usually have for the standing tickets. So they had us go through that kind of hallway and then up what looked like the side staircase into the main foyer. And that then suddenly went super quick. So yeah, we literally, from not moving, because we were towards the back of the queue, we were suddenly inside within 5 minutes. But I feel like if you were more towards the front of the other queue, so arrived a lot earlier, as at that queue, the other direction just was not moving. So something just went wrong. And I think the only reason they started sending us around the other way was because pretty much all the standing people were already in, because they usually do arrive early. But yeah, so we're not quite sure what happened there, but I'm glad we got in. I think, we were inside the arena by about 7:20, but then inside, like all the merchandise stands and the bars, it's just chaos. I did really want to get a tour t-shirt. I usually like to get a shirt for memorabilia, and there was a big merchandise stand in the foyer that had kind of the t-shirt that I wanted, but there was just a huge mass of people in front of it, and like no queues really. It just looked like a big bunch of people, but we were told there's merchandise stands in the inside as well. So we went in, and there were stands, but like most of them were already pretty much sold out of t-shirts, or they only had like completely the wrong sizes, and also like, it was just, as I said, no queues were managed or anything, so that wasn't great. And I ended up not buying anything. Might try to order something online just to remember. But so from that standpoint, wasn't great. But on the other hand, leaving the arena was very easy. I'm used to shows at the O2 because I obviously used to live down in London, so most of the shows I attended were at the O2, and there, like 80-90% of people attending all go to the Tube, one line. So that is just like one big massive queue, and it can take a while to get on. But here, I mean, I didn't rush out of the arena. Took it quite leisurely. Went to the bathroom, thinking that it was gonna be just chaos again outside. But by the time I actually walked out and back down the stairs into the station, the way to the tram was completely clear. I don't know if all other transport methods were clear as well, but I was literally able to get on a tram within 2 minutes. And that is amazing, because I'm just, as I said, from London, I'm just so used to, once you leave the arena, it's going to take you a while to get on a transport. But yeah, so that was really good. I don't know where all the people went. Obviously not that many take the tram, but yeah, that was really cool. And I would say for me, I'm not in my teens, early 20s anymore, so the group ENHYPEN, they started bang on at 7:30, and the concert was done by 10 o'clock, which for me is perfect. And I think I walked back into the hotel room by about 11. So yeah, really, really awesome evening today. Also, obviously, it was great to see some old friends. We didn't have a ton of time to catch up, but that was always kind of clear. They're both on their way back to Chester, because they both got to work tomorrow. And yeah, but we had an awesome time. So yeah, time for bed. Looking at all the videos I took again, and then yeah, have a good night's sleep, because tomorrow I've got to drive all the way back up to Skye. 9 hours driving time, so including breaks, food stops, whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if it takes me a full 12 hours. I'm also going to do a food shop on the way, seeing as I've got big stores available on the way. So yeah, it's going to be a long day, but I'll get through it. And yeah, it was definitely worth doing a trip down here. I always was a bit surprised at people previously that would travel a fair distance to attend the concert. Lately, especially in London, I got very complacent because everyone stops in London, so I never really had to travel for concerts. But yeah, I think it's worth it. You know, if it's financially doable and not putting you into a black hole. I love live shows, and if it's a band you like, just go for it and do it. But yeah, I'm going to sign off for tonight. See you in the morning for the drive. Good morning, everyone. So it's next day, and it's go home day today. I'm definitely in that post-concert, post-awesome event black hole, not black hole, but you know, when you've just had something great and you don't have anything like it in the plans at the moment. It's always a bit sad. But yeah, it's just before 9 o'clock. I was planning on sleeping a good bit longer, but I've been awake for 2 hours and I just could not sleep last night. I think I was just too hyped up. So I'm pretty tired, and I do have a long drive to do today. So I thought I might as well get going, and yeah, if I need to, you know, break it up into lots of smaller sections, take plenty of breaks, and also probably have a nap or two at some point, and hopefully get home at a halfway decent time. But yeah, it's been awesome. Since moving out of London, I kind of got out of the habit of attending concerts a little bit, just because it's obviously so hard to, like, a lot harder to get to. But last night definitely solidified my decision of, you know, making sure I keep my eyes peeled on when some of my favorite acts are playing around the UK, and you know, sometimes it's just going to be a little bit of a longer journey to attend, but yeah, absolutely worth it. But yeah, let's get back down to the car and get going. Already an hour and 15 into my drive, but I'm hungry, so time for some breakfast. Just here at T-Bay Services. I don't think I've ever been here before, but yeah, let's go find us some food. Right, back in the car with breakfast. I just have a bacon roll as well as nice double espresso, because I'll definitely be needing those today. Right, that's all eaten. That was exactly what I needed. I'll definitely get something else in a couple hours, but for now I'm gonna head about 30 minutes up the road to Carlisle, and we're gonna stop at Lidl's because I feel like shopping at Lidl's. So yeah, let's go. Right, made it to Lidl's, and this is just gonna be a quick shop, nothing big, just picking up a few things I need to get through next week, because I can't be bothered doing a massive shop, and I'll just get the rest of it at home. But yeah, let's head in. Right, shopping done. It was just a quick one. I didn't buy many things, but I've got lunch for today and also a Red Bull, because it's going to be a long drive. But yeah, now I just got to get some petrol as well. There's a Tesco up the road, and after that we'll keep driving and hopefully get a big chunk done in one go. So a little while later, I am just driving up I think it's the A82 along Loch Lomond, and yeah, been in the queue of like not moved for 15 minutes now. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Traffic is still coming the other direction, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we'll be moving soon. All right, we got going again, and I've made it to Tyndrum, and I'm just at the big Green Valley stop, taking a bit of a break, and it's just absolutely chucking it down out there at the moment. But yeah, the hold up basically was there was a wide load coming the other way, and if anyone is familiar with that stretch along Loch Lomond, it's not a very spacious road. It's pretty tight, and even like with a normal truck coming the other way, it feels very tight. And then yeah, when you have a wide load, basically the police was with it, they were managing it, but for kind of there's quite a lot of tight turns and stuff, and basically yeah, they needed to completely stop the traffic the other direction to let that wide load pass. And yeah, not ideal, but it's often depending from where to where it needs to go. There's just not really any other good options to transport big things. It was a big white boat that they had on a trailer, but yeah, it's been going fairly well otherwise. So we're well over halfway distance wise and time wise now as well. But yeah, we've still got about 4 hours of driving to do. But first, as I said, I do need a bit of a longer break here. It's looking like it's stopping raining in a second, so I'm gonna head inside, and then yeah, we'll get going again in a bit. Break is over, sun has come out. It feels really warm again in the car, but aircon's gonna go on as soon as I turn it on. And we've got to keep going because we've still got a long way to go. So hopefully, like if traffic's moving, hopefully traffic's going to move fairly decent the rest of the way. And plan is, I hope to make it all the way to Isle of Skye until I have my next stop. I want to stop at the co-op. I forgot to get bread earlier. So yeah, hopefully I'll make it all the way there, and then we'll only have just over an hour to go afterwards. But yeah, it's close to 3 hours to Isle of Skye, so 2.5 if the roads are really nice. So yeah, might need to stop before then, but we'll see.